Hi guys, as usual, all the necessary links in the video description, and I have to tell you that I really hated making this review. I am serious. This was a lot of effort, it took ages, in my scale that's like past 2 months. And it made almost all other reviews longer to make, because for all of the amplifiers, preamplifiers and DACs I have reviewed during this time, I was also experimenting with speakers and AUVAs. I wanted to make sure that what I'm hearing is consistent across different devices and that the only real variables will be different speakers and different AUVA types and size. But let's start from the beginning. Let's rewind to my last StackAudio AUVA review. I was reviewing those guys, AUVA 70, and in the comments to this video, there is a lot of positive experiences shared but there is also one very interesting comment about the largest AUVAs that may be in fact an overkill, and they can make the sound worse. That was a very honest and trustworthy opinion, but also very surprising. So I've reached to Josh at StackAudio and asked if this is actually possible. Josh was also surprised, and he said that this angle hasn't been covered in any other reviews. And he asked me if I would actually test for this and share what I will find with you guys. And I said yes. This sounded very interesting, and I was curious about the results myself. But I had no idea how much time and work and sweat, literally, as I had to move constantly both M10s and my Martin Logan electrostat speakers, it will take. So we are right here today, and I already know the answer. So if you want to know what's going on and learn which one should you buy, then go and get something to drink and get some nice place to sit down. Okay, StackAudio manufactures today 3 types of AUVA series speaker isolators, pads or feet as they are sometimes called. They are all good up to 275 kilograms per set, even the small guys here, but they were not created equal. AUVA 50, those guys, has 2 chambers with energy-absorbing particles. You can hear those guys, these particles moving in the chambers, when I'll get that to my microphone and do a shake. Those larger guys are AUVA 70, and they have 3 larger chambers with particles. And it sounds a little bit different. It obviously doesn't, the sound they make doesn't make any difference, but it's fun to hear it. And those guys are AUVA 100. They have 5 even larger chambers with particles. So energy-absorbing particles sounds like snake oil mumbo jumbo, but it's actually a really simple thing. That is also very common in higher quality speaker stands. It's all about a volume that's partially filled with freely moving matter. For speakers that can be sand, quartz, lead, and some more fancy materials, or mix of any of them. The physics behind this, and yes, that's not magic, but good old physics, is that vibrations cause movement of the particles inside. Particles moving and rubbing against each other will convert that kinetic energy into heat, effectively absorbing it and preventing it from traveling further up the speaker stand. And that's why some substances are better at it and some are worse. Like you may want to have a lead shot in the speaker stand, but you will avoid steel balls. So how do AUVAs look? They do have those chambers inside, and StackAudio doesn't reveal what kind of substance they are using inside. So the chambers are placed horizontally, one on top of another, and in those smallest guys we have 2 of them. The stands, the pads, are coming with spikes. If you have a carpet, if you have something furry on your floor, you may use spikes to position and to secure the speakers with stands in your carpet. And on the top of them we have bolt openings, because you can bolt them to your speakers if your speakers do have openings for bolts, or if your stands for speakers will have them. The larger type is large enough to have manufacturer type and logo and information that it was designed and made in UK. And here inside we will have 3 chambers. So one more, and also the chambers will be larger because the AUVA 70 has a larger diameter. All of them are painted matte black, and they are made very precisely with CNC, and they look very nice, although very, very understated. And the largest ones are quite heavy. They are sporting 5 chambers, again, one on top of another, and they are also larger than AUVA 70. Yes, and they also are coming with the spikes, like that. I wasn't using spikes, I was using the default configuration with the felt here, because I have panel wood floors. So that's about the build. The build is basically the same. The differences are lying in the amount of the chambers and size of the chambers that leads us to amount of the particles moving inside. So AUVAs have chambers working like the speaker stands that can be filled with, for example, sand, and the larger AUVAs will have more chambers, one on top of another. This basically means that in theory AUVA 70 should be always better than AUVA 50, and AUVA 100 should always be better than AUVA 70. At the beginning I thought that maybe it's all about the speaker weight, but no, all AUVAs are rated up to 275 kilograms per set, which is far beyond any speaker that I have here. So and I have my cat here. Say hello. Now, getting back to AUVAs. So I have started my tests and I took a lot of notes. And I can say now that it actually doesn't depend on the speaker weight in any way. So how do they work, and why can AUVA 100 be perceived as worse sounding than AUVA 70? Let's start with those guys. AUVA 50 brings detail and clarity, expanding the soundstage and mostly helping with sound sources positioning. Compared to standard spikes, it's an instant and obvious level up. AUVA 70 builds on top of that, but does a few things more. AUVA 70 clears the bass, so you will hear it as more powerful, and the bass will be going a little bit lower. But it also brings smoothness to treble. You get all the additional better resolution from those guys, but the sound is more polished. Treble flows in more musical way. Now, those guys are very interesting. Finally, AUVA 100. These guys are beefed up AUVA 70, as there is even more bass, even better imaging, but also treble gets even more smooth and organic. And with that additional clarity, that's the answer to the riddle. If you are used to the sound of your speakers, then quickly moving up the chain gives you instant hit with AUVA 50. Then AUVA 70 gets you more bass, and that changes the perceived total tonal balance of your speakers as they get more bassy. And then if you move to AUVAs 100 or get there directly from AUVA 50, you may feel like you are losing resolution and the treble energy. Your speakers will have more bass now, so you will feel like the treble took a little step back, even if that's not true. And then treble will be a very smooth thing, and that also means it will lose some of the energy, some of the perceived bite or shoutiness. And that's the answer. Depending on your speakers and your listening preferences, in some cases you may find that AUVA 70 fits your taste better than AUVA 100. At the same time, for other speakers, AUVA 100 may be a true blessing, as if you will give them some time to let your brain adjust a little to the new sound, you will hear how much better they sound now, how much your speakers sound with those guys. And that was true with the speakers I've tested them with. I've used Outlaw's M10s, I've used Martin Logan XTB 100s, and the big guys behind the curtains. Those are my Martin Logan Ascent 1 electrostats. So as I've said, that was true with all the speakers I used for my test. M10s loved all three AUVA variants, and each one of them made them sound better. Those guys were a revelation. Those guys were a step above AUVA 50s, and those guys were actually the best, also the largest and the heaviest. And with my Ascents, it was a little bit different. Yes, those guys were instant hit, but then I was going back and forth between 70s and the 100s, loving both of them for the kick they gave to my Ascent 1 speakers. And that's the solution to the riddle. AUVA 100 is better than AUVA 70, but as our hearing is subjective, you may like 70 more. But then, if you give AUVA 100 and your brain some time, you may find why this guy is the best and most expensive set sold by StackAudio. I love to have the answer. I love to listen to my music for all of that time, but I hated guts all the switching and replacing parts I had to do to get here. So, what's my answer? Those guys are sure hit. They work with every kind of speaker and you instantly hear what they bring to the table. The same goes for those guys. If you get AUVA 70, the difference is obvious. The difference between those guys and not using anything or using just pure spikes is staggering. Those guys are a refined version of AUVA 70, meaning that you have to give your brain a little time to understand what's actually going up with the sound, because you're not losing treble, you're not losing resolution, and you're not losing detail. Everything gets smoother and more organic, and the perceived difference at the beginning may be indicating that you've lost some of the treble, but you did not. You gained clarity with the bass, you gained clarity with the treble, but you also gained smoothness, and that's the difference. And that's it. Thanks guys for watching my review, and thank you Josh for this opportunity, as I do love to solve riddles like that. Thank you guys, and have a great day with your music, and see you next time. And all the necessary links in the video description again, and my test system setup details also in the video description again, and the cat is still over there. See you next time.